right, let's introduce our guest here. Ken Bianchi is with us. He is with Omni Security Inc. Three offices or three locations in New York here, Illinois, and Pennsylvania.
That's right. Thanks for having me, guys.
Welcome in.
Yeah.
And I was shocked to hear that you know about Nantucket. What's your connection?
Yeah, the family. We've got a 6 and a 4-year-old. My wife. We've gone down there a couple times. I've actually got a very good friend. I went to the University of Rochester, and he now lives down there. He runs the Nantucket ice cream shop, and also the Patagonia shop, which is the old Hall Over. I don't know if you stopped in there. So he's been running that for, I think this is his 3rd year, and he's the island boy.
Next year, I got to bump into this guy. What's his first name?
He goes by Soupy. Trust me, I guarantee everybody down there knows him.
Everybody
Mike
down
Campbell.
there. Everybody down there has a nickname.
Oh, really?
Mark my words. Yeah, well, that's
Yeah,
fantastic.
and he'll stay down there, even in the off season. So he's a good guy.
Great.
That's fun.
Great.
It's fun down there.
All right, Omni Security Inc. Is providing security systems for business, home, and other applications. How long have you been in this biz?
Well, I've been in this business roughly about 12 years. We've been here in Rochester. This was our 9th year right now.
So this is your home?
This is my home, born and raised. Aquinas boy, U of R, and got out for about 7 years and came back and opened this business. Actually, one of my good friends from the U of R got me into this.
How many people come back? That's the thing I've noticed.
I think a ton of them.
You do, really?
I really do.
Yeah, I do too.
My wife happens to be from here, and we were together while we were out of town.
Where were you?
Out in San Francisco, St. Louis, Cleveland, Detroit.
Yeah, and you come back. Eventually, you come back. It's beautiful here. Good place to raise a family. You got young kids.
It is.
That's what I say.
And it's the other places are great. Had I met somebody else that maybe had lived in San Francisco, I may have stayed out there.
Yeah.
Still miss it out there.
Yeah.
But,
you left your heart.
It is what it is. And family and friends out here, really, you can't replace them.
Right. How is it easier and how is it more difficult to start up or maintain a business here in Rochester, New York?
Well, I'll tell you what.
Compared to big cities.
My whole quote-unquote professional career as I started after I left college, I think the tough part was that I was out of town. So I really didn't have the connections that a lot of people, if they stayed in town, would have had. So I kind of had to re-nurture those and grow those. But I'll tell you, having family here, starting a family, having the babysitting is huge. You go out there to, we'll just take San Francisco once again. If you're out there for, trying to get babysitting and daycare, you're talking another job.
It's another
$50,000 a year, and
let alone finding the people.
Finding the people and
people that you trust with your kids, and
that's huge.
Yeah, it's a thing today.
So when we moved back here, I pretty much had it in my sights. Rochester happens to be, I'm sure everybody knows, but more of a conservative market. People like going with what they know. So I think that was probably the biggest stumbling block for us. But I think we had in our vision to say, listen, if you give the people what they want and you've got some good service, eventually the market's going to take care of you. People are going to, find out about you, and they're going to start to, want to hear more.
Yeah.
And that's, where we're at right now. 9 years into it, we've got some really, really solid customers. We've got a nice little base that's going on, and people are starting to inquire more about us. And I'd say, over a half of our business right now is from referrals.
Oh, that's great.
So
Omni Securities, what's your niche? Do you have a niche?
Yeah, our niche really, we do residential and commercial, obviously security.
Okay.
So that's security alarm systems. We'll also do video surveillance, access control. We do medical emergency systems. So, you're talking emergency systems out there, low voltage. But what we've really catered to is providing, I guess, more cutting edge, next generation technology.
Okay.
We're smaller than a lot of the, the biggest companies that are out there. So what we've been able to do is really turn on a dime when something new is brought to the market. We're small enough that we can go out and we can start marketing that immediately, as opposed to some of these larger companies that really have to roll out something and spend an exorbitant amount of money top down to get everyone to do it. And that's what our customers
at the same time, though, if you're going after a first-time customer who has no idea what's involved with home security, Can you bring them to the top of the line, or do you have to walk them through the whole idea?
No, that's a good point. I mean, what we've done is we've actually brought top of the line at very competitive rates of what other people are charging their standard equipment for. And what it comes down to also is showing people really what it is that we do. So I think we earn the majority of our business by having them see what it is that they'd be actually purchasing. So, we've got a demo area in our office. We actually come out and we give live demos, whether it's video surveillance or security alarm system, so people can actually see that and hold it and understand what the differences are. Because I think a lot of people, when you go out there and people are trying to sell you or tell you about this or that, it's all theory. And, that's fine and dandy, but I want to see it. I want to see what I'm actually going to get, and that's really how we win a lot of ours.
Ken Bianchi is with us from Omni Security. The phone number is 694. It's an 866 number, toll free.
We actually do have a local number too.
Why don't you give me that one? That's the important one. Yeah, I'll write this down and we'll refer to that one.
232-SAFE, which is 232-7233.
Website is omnisecurityinc.com. We'll have a link to that on our Property Source online website for you as well. And we're going to continue. I got a bunch of questions I want to ask you about this.
Sounds good.
One of the things I'm wondering about, you can think about this, is people who move here from big cities sometimes don't think they need the security that they needed in the big city. We'll address that when we come back on Property Source Radio. Till 10 o'clock here at Sports Radio 950 ESPN.